You going up there?
Yeah, I'm going to go up here. Good evening, guys. I'm glad you're with us tonight. We're excited about this broadcast. It's been a while since we've done a broadcast. Guys, you're in for a real treat tonight. This weekend is going to be so much fun. We've got a lot of people that are tuning in for this broadcast. We're very excited about it because of what you're going to receive. So let me just kind of give you a little bit of a breakdown of what's going to happen this weekend so that you can kind of be in the mindset of what's going on. And, you know, once again, you know, we haven't done this for a while, and so if you have someone out there that's really wanting to get some education, have them jump on and get registered so they can be part of this tomorrow. Let me just share with you tonight, Ori is going to be working with you, and he's going to really kind of roll up his sleeves and go right into the trenches with you and kind of explain why so many people have a challenge and they don't really succeed in this industry. And you know, a lot of companies, they just come out and they hit you and say, wow, the sky is the limit, Lamborghini's yours, living on the beach the rest of your life, and you get all excited about all the hype and you go out and bust your tail and nothing seems to happen. But there's just some underlying rules and some underlying things that no one ever shares with you. And Ori's going to go right in the trenches and share that with you, bring you right up, give you a solid foundation so that you can really be successful. One of the things that we have done here at Be Young, and the credit really goes to Ori in building this. With our current compensation plan, here was the mindset, just so you know. In the designing of this. And Ori designed this from the ground up. And what he did is he looked at it and says, okay, if I was a distributor, how would I like to be compensated? How would I like it to take me from point A to point B, and then from point B to point C, and so forth? And he would get a bunch of stuff down, and he'd come and present it to me, and I go, well, I like that. And I thought, wow, that's pretty unique. I wonder if the company can afford it, you know. And he'd go work on it some more, and he'd come back and say, well, what about this? What if we did this and this and this to help reward them for this kind of behavior? Because one of the things that we've learned along the way is that it's no different than when you were raising your children, or if you're in the process of raising your children. You want to shape a behavior. And so if the children do this, they get that. If the children do this, they get that. And that was the kind of the concept in which Ori put this together, is that we wanted to shape a behavior that would breathe success, that would be quick, that would be easy, that you wouldn't have to follow a rocket science around to have them explain every little nuance to the marketing plan. And so this marketing plan was actually built with the mindset of you in mind. What do you need to be successful? Because see, if you're successful, guess what? We're successful. So our goal is to make sure that you're successful. So that's what you're going to learn tonight. Tomorrow we're going to be going over the new oils that we released in February. And I'm really excited about that. It is going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of great information. Very simple, but very powerful. And that's what's really going to be fun about this. So let me give you just a little bit of an idea of Ori's credentials and why he should be the person sitting in this chair. You know, Ori started in this industry when he was not even big enough to look over a kitchen table. He traveled with me as I went out with other companies, and I taught on essential oils, and he was always in the back with the cash drawer selling the books and selling oils and collecting the money and keeping everything organized and going, when he could barely look over the table to do that. And so for his whole youth, he was in manufacturing, he was in sales, he was in marketing, and he just kind of grew up in it. And then as he got back from his mission, he then got involved and became a massage therapist because he wanted to be able to have the background, the knowledge of the human body. And as we discussed that, I said, you know, that's a good way to go. And he wanted to do that, and so he did. He became a licensed massage therapist, went on and got his bachelor's degree in alternative health services, and alternative medicine, excuse me. And he also is a licensed lymphatic decongested therapist, which he is very, very awesome in, has some really great knowledge there. His background is intense. He's had a lot of training in business development, and he just has a very sharp mind for business. So guys, you're in for a treat tonight because he's very well grounded. He has a passion for the business. He has a passion for be young. He has a passion for health. And when you put those combinations together, you can't have a better instructor. So let me get off the stage here and bring Ori up so you guys can really have a treat. Here's Ori.
All right, so for those of you who have joined us on broadcast before, and those who attended Leaf Team, we're inside the war room, as we call it. We call it the war room because this is where we get together. I'm going to move this chair. This is where we get together to discuss all the development of our company. So this is a big whiteboard. You can't see all of it. We have some lights. You see some hot spots. So I apologize about that. But we wanted to have a whiteboard so we can illustrate some things for you. If you guys can just give me a little feedback, I'm going to write a letter on the wall. Let me know if this is showing backwards. So Dana, if they say yes, it's showing backwards, then we'll need to reverse the video feed. So just if someone can please respond to that and let me know if you're seeing that backwards or proper. But with that, and just be aware, you guys, there is about a 15 to 20 second delay. So what I say and what you respond to is about 15 to 20 seconds. So I'll move through some things and I'll pause, and it'll be a very awkward pause because I'll sit here for 15, 20 seconds until it catches up to you guys. So just be aware of that. But here's what I want to do for you guys is first I want to kind of start off with why people don't make it in this industry. So MLM is a tough industry because most of the time you hear things such as get rich quick, replace your income in as little as 30 to 60 days, retire, quit your day job, become your own boss, right? And that strikes an emotional chord with a lot of people because a lot of us work 9 to 5 for someone who dictates what we're worth, whether we feel we're worth that or not. And so when we hear certain phrases like that, it reaches an emotional chord and then we jump on it. But here is the raw truth. And this is what we wanted to correct to be young, or at least create a pathway for success with you guys understanding what it takes to get there. The raw truth is, in order for someone to get to a point of retirement or a point of replacing their 9 to 5 job, they need to put in 155 hours a week. So I'm going to write that on the board so you guys can see that. 155 hours a week. Okay, and that, I don't know if you can see that in blue, but what that means is that's typically in an MLM. That's going to be you on the phone calling, promoting, working with your downline, all that good stuff. So when we understand 155 hours a week, a lot of people just shut off right there. Well, I'm done. I don't have 155 hours a week. I thought 40 hours a week was rough. Now you want me to triple, quadruple that? Not going to happen. Okay, but that's the raw truth. 155 hours a week is what it's going to take for you to be successful. Okay, so you need to understand it. So there's one other thing I want to write up here. I'm going to write this in the red. I think red showed up better. Tonight, as we go through this conversation, and as I helped expose why we developed the compensation plan the way we did, I need you guys to understand one key phrase. This phrase is what the entire MLM industry is built off of, and people who understand this key phrase are the people who make it successful. Okay? Here's the key phrase. It's called leverage. Okay? So let me kind of step out of the way so you can see that. I'm sorry, I am a man. I'm sure there's guys out there that have good handwriting. I haven't met them, so you're going to have to deal with my chicken scratch. Okay? So this concept of leverage is going to make all the difference in your success in your MLM business. And let me explain why. When we talk about a business, every business has a concept of leverage. Whether you're in real estate, whether you're working in informational technologies, whether you're a doctor, or whether you're an MLM. Okay, so let me explain this. If I'm in a real estate, let's say I'm a real estate company and I want to be able to be successful, what do they leverage? They leverage something completely different than what you're going to leverage. What they leverage is money. Lots and lots of money. They want to be successful. Industry standards indicates that they need about $1 million in assets, right? They need to have multiple lots or land or buildings or whatever that they can show, roll, make a profit, and buy more, okay? They leverage money. They take $1 million, they turn that $1 million into $5, $10 million that they can then leverage into more properties to make more sales, okay? Real estate leverages money, okay? Let's talk about you, or MLM. What do you leverage, okay? In MLM, what you leverage, because typically, and especially at Be Young, you're not leveraging a very substantial financial commitment. In fact, I'm pretty sure Be Young has the smallest or least initial investment to create your business. So what I mean is this, and I'll point this out. We take care of all of your customer service. We take care of shipping. We take care of manufacturing. We take care of quality control. We take care of returns. We take care of replacements. We build you out your own replicated site so you have your own website to sell. We take care of your accounting tools through your virtual office. We take care of your communication tools through your virtual office. You can email, you can communicate, you can track your downline orders. We take care of all the literature, all the trainings, all the support. We do all that for you. And your investment in order to build your business is $31 a month. Okay? So if you can find another place somewhere else that offers an opportunity for you to have your own career for $31 a month, I think you'd be pretty hard pressed. But that's really what we offer at Be Young. So you're not leveraging money. That's not what you're leveraging, because $31 is a Starbucks and a donut twice a week for a month. Okay? So you're not leveraging money. But what you are leveraging, and if you can understand this, you will become successful, is you're leveraging time. Okay? So you can either leverage all of your own time, 155 hours a week, or you can leverage that time with business partners. Okay? So I'm going to explain this concept a little more as we keep going, but what I want you to understand is when you bring on a distributor, you're bringing on a business partner, okay? Business partners have two things that come with them. One, they're typically going to take some of your equity. That's what happens when you bring on a partner. You can't bring on a partner without giving them a reason to partner up with you. So when you bring on a business partner, typically they take some of your equity. We're going to talk about what that looks like in the Be Young compensation plan and how that works, but how you should be okay with that. But what they also should be doing is they should be increasing the amount of income you're making. Even though they're taking some of that equity, because of what they're contributing, they're actually earning more, okay? So they leverage with you the time. So for every business partner you bring on, you take this number and you divide it by the amount of partners. So if you have one partner, you divide that in half. So you have two partners, you divide that in 3. You plus 2. You have 4 partners, you divide that by 4, 5, 6, so forth. That's how this industry can become part-time efforts with full-time benefits. But it only happens when you get to the point that you're leveraging that time. Okay? So be aware of that. That's the first concept I want you guys to understand as you go into the rest of this conversation. If you can understand this and understand each time you bring on a business partner, they're helping you leverage that, then that helps you understand what your end goal should be as you work through this compensation plan. So let me just erase some of this here. Now let me explain what we have done in our company that is quite unique. We've done a couple things. One is we've made the investment so small that there's really no excuse. Okay? We wanted to do that on purpose. Once again, as Dana was explaining earlier, and sorry if you're seeing my back here, this isn't erasing very good. As Dana was explaining earlier, as we were developing this compensation plan, we took the approach of, okay, if this were me, and if I wanted to start a business, and I was not a network marketing professional, okay? Because a lot of these MLM companies, they plan on the top half or 1% of their distributor database making a substantial income. The other 99.5% or 99.9% don't make, I keep hitting the light button, don't make an income worthy of retiring on. So they build their compensation plan what we call top heavy, which means all the incentives are really at the top end of the compensation plan. And if you get to that point, you'll make good income. But you have to get to that point. So what we decided to do is we said, there's 1,001 different opportunities out there. I mean, if you live in Utah, you go 30 miles down the road, and you've passed 50 different MLM companies with 50 different opportunities, each one screaming that they have the best opportunity, okay? So what we wanted to create was an opportunity that someone coming into our company who has no network marketing professional background could be successful. Now, we're not saying you're going to make $5,000 in your first month. That's possible. But our main goal was to make it so possible and doable that anybody can make $200 to $500 in their first month without having to jump through hoops to be qualified. That was our entire goal. Let's get the smallest person, the person that typically the bigger companies love to have but don't really take into consideration. Let's take those people and get them on a path to success, because once they're on a path to success, then that can duplicate with other people who aren't professionals in this industry, okay? So how did we do that? So before I jump into that, I just want to share, we do have the top end portions of our company too. So you can definitely make as much as you want or as little as you want, but the benefit is you can do that at your own comfort level. Okay, we're not going to say, all right, you got to give us $200 a month and you have to have 16 distributors and you need to be producing 5,000 group volume to make 10% back. We're saying you can make a good income with just $31 a month, okay? So how we did that is we focused on that conversation. What can we give at $31 a month that will incentivize you enough that it's impactful enough that you will share, okay? So here's what I want you guys to understand. There's 6 ways to earn in Be Young. I think you said that. 6 ways to earn. 4 of the 6 you can earn a commission on with the $31 commitment. That's pretty much unheard of in the industry. $31, you earn 4 of our 6 ways to earn. Okay? So let's just share a couple of ways that this happens. First off, we focused our compensation plan on getting you a customer base first. You can definitely come in and start with the distributor base, and that's fine if you have distributors. But what we identified is most of the people coming in are coming in for the first time to an MLM experience. Or they've come in before with an MLM experience, had a bad experience, and their friends are a little bit hesitant to jump back on board on another MLM experience. So we wanted to create a way that they can come in, you can come in, low commitment, low efforts, and be able to see a benefit from that. So let me just share a couple of concepts here. First concept, and I'm going to do more terminology to start out. First concept is we have what we call our product partners. Okay? Product partners are basically what the name implies. They're not a distributor. They're not a business partner. They're not going to help build your business. All they want to do is purchase product. Okay? And they don't want to commit to anything except purchasing whenever they want. Okay? So product partners, in a sense, are what we deem our retail customers. And then we have what we call our loyal product partner. If I can spell, there's supposed to be an N in here, okay? And this is basically a wholesale customer. So they get prices at wholesale. Okay, so, but it says loyal. And so we got to understand that loyal means that they're doing more than just purchasing whenever they want. So loyal means that they do have an auto ship. Our auto ship requirement is $31 a month, and so it's not a very high requirement. there is perks to them being in a loyal product partner position. I'll share that with you here in a little bit, but I just kind of want to identify the different terminologies here. So then we have a distributor, and this is basically what we talked about, a business partner to you. They're going to help leverage your that time it takes to be successful. And then the last thing we have is what we call a guest. And a guest is anyone who attends a party, whether it's online or in person. Okay? Guests have no commitment. They don't even have to create an account. They have no account. They're not a distributor. They're not a loyal product partner. They're not a product partner. They just come in and they want to purchase. Okay? So that might seem interesting to some of you, especially if you're coming from an MLM background or other MLM companies. Typically you have a party platform and you have a MLM compensation. Okay? So, but you don't have both. And if you do have both, it typically works like this. You should go to parties because parties are awesome and they're a great way to introduce people. And you should do parties with the intention to sign someone up as a distributor. Right? That's typically how it works in MLM. Or if you're in a party platform, you should do parties to get more hosts so that at some point you can get a consultant. Okay? So we saw the benefits of both. And we actually just released this in February, I think actually March. This, guys, is an awesome component to our compensation plan. We have some people doing it right now. Some of them we're working with personally to kind of help them get going with this, but we haven't done a whole lot other than just tell them what it is, and they've done all the effort themselves. But just an example, just leveraging the party alone, this person went from $75 a month on average, that's what she was making with us, to this last commission run she made close to $600. She did that in 30 days, just by doing the party. It's super powerful and it's awesome. So here's the reason why we did the party, is the single biggest question that we receive from brand new distributors, if they don't have a downline, is this: where do I find people? Okay? And the typical answer is, well, go be where they are, right? So if you're trying to attract health junkies, go to the gym. You know, if you never had a gym membership before, go get a gym membership and make sure you're there where they are. That way you can talk to them. Or just talk to everybody. When you're at parent-teacher conference, talk to your son's teacher about the products before they even give you a report on their child. You just got to talk to everybody. And that's great and that's true and that does work. But the problem with that is a lot of people aren't comfortable with that, nor are they successful with that because they just joined this company. And our products are health products, and there's a lot of information behind them. So how much can they really share about the product if they've just joined 24 hours ago, other than, I like it, it's awesome, okay? So that doesn't necessarily work super well, but what we can do, especially if you're cold contacting, but what we've recognized is if you have friends, those friends have friends who have friends who have friends. Every single one of your friends gives you the potential to broaden your circle of influence by 50 to 75 people, okay? So instead of you going out knocking doors and making phone calls and talking to people who don't even know you and they think, oh, that's that crazy young person that won't leave me alone, chasing the dog down the street trying to put a business card on them, if you can leverage the party by getting people you already know, who already trust you, who already believe that, hey, if so-and-so says that this product is awesome, I'm willing to give it a shot, you can get them to come to a party and get them to decide to host it themselves. You just open yourself up to 50 to 75 new people that you would have never had that connection to before. And that connection will be a lot stronger than if you went and knocked on a door, because there's an instant line of trust coming from your friend, okay? So in the party, the whole concept of the party is to broaden your circle of influence. But the only way that this works is if we have a big enough incentive that your friends will want to host a party. So this incentive here, I'm going to write it on the board. You guys can judge for yourself if it's big enough incentive. Your friends who host a party can earn 40% back on the retail sales of their party. Okay? We had one person in one party collect over $400 in party points that they used on free product. They were stoked. And what came from that was 2 new distributors. Okay, so this person, they did a party, weren't very active, got 400 points back, was super excited, got someone else to host a party, and now they have 2 new business partners working with them. It works, it's powerful. That's the whole point why we instituted the party, okay? All right, so that's kind of just the terminology there. So now let's get into a little bit deeper dive here, okay? Dana, if you can kind of just watch the questions. I don't want to miss anyone if there is questions. Okay. All right, so remember how I talked about when you bring on a business partner, it's going to take some of your equity. Let me share what that looks like. So if you sign up a product partner or a loyal product partner, you earn 40% back. So this is what we call our retail bonus. This is where we would advise most brand new people who do not have a downline to start. Start here and the party. Reason for that is very simple. We know that your goals and your aspirations and your drive has an expiration date. And the expiration date is typically 5 to 6 weeks. If you don't see some type of positive comeback within 5 to 6 weeks, 80 to 90% will drop that goal. Okay? The other 10% may hold on for another couple weeks, and if they don't see something, then the goal is squashed and they're moving on to bigger, better things, or what they think is bigger, better things. Okay? So what this is it's your goal achiever and your momentum booster. That's really what it is. Retail bonus and party. Okay? And how this works is this. It's very simple. If you have $31 purchased before you have a customer buy, you earn 40%. Simple as that. 40% on the commissionable volume. So I'm going to have to get a calculator so I can not tell you wrong numbers. Let me see my phone. So let me explain what this looks like for you. Boom, 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 boom. If you had someone who came and purchased, let's just say 65 PV, so we pay on the commissionable volume, 65 PV. This would be roughly a $100 purchase. Then you would make on that one purchase $26. So basically, you're making 26 bucks for someone purchasing $100 or less. It's not too bad. This is a decent kickback for minimal effort. Okay, so if your goal is, hey, I want to make, say, $100 to $150 a month, how many times would you have to do that? So if we want to make 100, you'd have to do that 3.8 times. Okay? So I know for my wife, she pays for dance for our 4-year-old. She pays for preschool. She pays all those things. And typically that adds up to about $100 a month when she factors in the preschool and the t-ball and the dance and blah, 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 blah. Okay? So just being able to take that burden off of her and be able to make $100 by sharing it to 3 people would become a really positive enforcement for her. She's seeing something happening instantly with minimal effort. Okay, so that's the retail bonus. Very simple. Purchase $31, they purchase, you make 40%. Now, here's where that concept, I don't think I have 40%, here's where that concept of when you bring on a business partner, you end up giving up some equity. And so you want to make sure when you bring on a business partner that this business partner or a distributor is going to be a business partner for you, okay? So let me explain that. So the other bonus we have, I'm going to see if I can come over here a little bit. Does this work? Okay. The other bonus we have, which is a distributor bonus, meaning you earn this commission when you sign up other distributors, is what's called our unilevel bonus. And when you sign up a distributor, it pays 40% divided over 7 levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? That's how many people we end up paying. Because now we're leveraging a team effort, not a singular effort. Okay? So this 40% gets divided up like so. 10, 10, 6, assuming that we're at the higher portion of the unilevel. 5, 5, 2, and 2. Okay? That's how it gets divided up. So this person you signed up, if they were a customer, you would have made 40%. But when you sign up as a distributor, You're signing up as a business partner. They're going to take some of that equity. They're going to give you, you're going to get 10% on that single purchase. So you are losing around 30%. Okay? Now, typically when I say this to people, I get this big eye. Well, why the heck would everyone sign up a distributor? Because when you sign up business partners, you're signing up longevity, you're signing up residual, and you're signing up depth. Okay? What that means is, do you want to at some point be able to take a vacation and still make money while you're gone? If the answer to that question is yes, then it is absolutely critical that you have business partners. Okay? If you don't want to be able to go on a vacation and make money while you're gone, then just stick to the retail bonus. But here's the problem. Customers are not very sticky. Okay? As long as you keep promoting, as long as you keep sharing, as long as you keep giving them a reason to buy, then they will buy. But the second you stop, they will stop. Okay? That's just what a customer does. So customers do not give you residual. When you can move someone into a residual, a business partner, now they've got some commitment. They have the same goals that you have. They have the same drive that you have. They want to leverage that time it takes to be successful. So what are they going to be doing? They're going to be promoting your business. They're going to be driving new people to your business. They're going to be creating additional sales. They're going to be going out sharing and partying and inviting and building depth. Okay, so the more people they bring, the more income you get, which ultimately leads to that residual income and you being able to take a vacation and get paid because your other business partners are still sharing and still promoting even while you're gone. So that's an important concept to understand. But like I said, when you first start out, we recommend you start here because we want you to get $200 to $300 in your first month without having to work really hard. Okay? So you can make $100 talking to 3 people here. If you did the same thing over here, it'd be closer to 8 to 9 people because you're only getting 10%. And so you can come here, less effort, make money. But what you want to always have in the back of your mind is you always want to have this thought of, can this person become a business partner for me? Because if I can take this person, make them a business partner, now I can help them leverage that time and I can become successful. Okay? All right, so I'm going to pause for a second here. I've kind of cruised through a lot of concepts, and we really haven't gotten into any of the meat of it. This is just all kind of things you need to understand as you start this journey so you can be successful. So I'm going to then move this into jumping in a little bit more on just how much these people, these customers, product partners, and loyal product partners benefit your business and how their benefit can help drive you to higher success, and then how you understanding that can circle back around to that customer and through the different incentives and the different bonuses and the different rewards, slowly foster them along that path into a natural conversation of them saying, hey, why can't I just become a distributor? He's saying, well, I'm so glad you asked. I would love you to. Okay, so we're going to kind of circle around to that, but I want to pause a second, see if there's any questions before I continue on.
And just ask if the auto ship counted for their monthly purchase.
Yeah, so the question was, does auto ship count for the monthly purchase? Is that correct? It doesn't matter where your purchase comes from, just as long as there's a purchase. So it could be auto ship, it could be just a standard shopping cart purchase. It really doesn't matter, just as long as you have that purchasing. Okay. Now the only thing I would share with you is if you are starting out and you are working through the retail bonus, I would encourage, highly encourage, because we've seen it happen already. We've had one person lose $500 because they didn't have a purchase. Okay? Our retail bonus pays instantly, real time. Okay? So as soon as that customer hits submit, our system looks to say, is the distributor qualified? Which means, do they have $31 purchase? If the answer is no, you don't get paid. And there's nothing we can do about it. It runs automatically. We can do a manual commission push to you, but it causes problems. So if you're doing customers, I would encourage auto ship first of the month, $31. It qualifies you for the entire month, so you can sponsor as many customers as you want the rest of the month, but don't miss a retail bonus. It's the highest paying bonus we have. You miss that one, you're going to kick yourself in the butt. Okay?
Everybody says that's why it's important to place order the first day.
Correct. Okay, first day. Now, guys, let's talk about the benefit of customers. Okay, so once again, you get paid on customers in the retail bonus and retail bonus only. Okay, but I want you guys to understand the benefit of customers and why we did it this way. So a couple reasons. Couple reasons. The FTC is cracking down super heavily on MLM industries. Okay, so what they have now come out and said is that 51% of our sales as a company has to come from customers, which is a pretty big shakeup in industry considering closer to 90 to 95% of sales typically come from distributors. So they made that shift. Luckily, we had already started migrating that way, and when they came out and announced it, we were like, cool, all right. Helps our people have a more incentive. So we are starting migrating that way, and we wanted to thread through that so many benefits of you getting a customer that you would have to be somewhat brain dead to not have customers, okay? So let me share a couple things with you. So, and once again, I just want this to be clear. When I say, I'm going to call them customers as a general term, but from here and forever forth, customer means product partner, loyal product partner, okay? Once again, customer, product partner, loyal product partner, okay? Here's the benefits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the benefits to you as a customer, and then I'm going to share with you the incentives that the customer can get, okay? So when you have a customer, here's a couple benefits. We actually just released this one this month. We might be crazy, but we did it. So as you go through the distributor bonuses, there's going to be different qualifications. You're going to have so much group volume, and you're going to have, so much depth from different legs. Typically, in our compensation plan before this update, we said none of the volume from customers helped you to qualify outside of your own personal volume. So if you have customers who purchase, so let's say you're trying to reach a distributor bonus and it requires you to have 80 PV. Okay, PV stands for personal volume. For those of you who don't know what that is, every single one of our products has a dollar amount and has a PV amount. The PV amount is typically the exact same amount as the commissionable volume. Commissionable volume is what you get paid on, okay? PV is what qualifies you. Commissionable volume is what you get paid on, okay? And then you have group volume. Group volume is the volume that comes from all of the purchases of your entire group of distributors, and that's used to qualify you. Those volumes are all based off of PV, okay? So when you have a customer, let's say you're trying to qualify for 80 PV. Now, remember when we started this conversation, we said we wanted to have it at such a low commitment that anyone could do it. 80 PV is, I think, somewhere around $120, $130. That's what you'd spend to get 80 PV. We thought about this for a long time. We thought, you know what? I don't want anyone to really ever have to, right? Have to. If they want to, they can, but never have to spend more than $31. Okay, this is all I ever want you guys to have to spend ever to qualify. You can spend more if you need the product, but I never want you spending more than this to qualify. So we thought about this and we thought, well, how could we do this? And so what we decided is if you have customers, any and all of their purchase add to your purchases to further qualify you. So let's say you're aiming for 80 PV, you spent $31, that gives you 60 PV, and then you have, you spent $31, that gives you 20 PV, and you have a couple customers and their purchases collectively add up to 60 PV, well, guess what just happened? You are now qualified at 80 PV, which means you did not have to increase at any point that $31 commitment. Because you had customers, you were qualified with what they purchased. Okay? So once again, you never have to spend more than 20 PV or $31 to qualify in our bonuses as long as you have some customers that are contributing to that. If you don't have customers and you want to qualify for higher bonuses, you can, but it takes a higher commitment on your part on the purchase. Okay? So that's one cool benefit to having customers. Now, this was only for your personal volume. Okay, it didn't count towards your group volume to help qualify you for bonuses in our compensation plan. So for instance, let's take trainer Or actually, let's do something easier. Let's take amethyst. Amethyst is one of the rankings in the compensation plan under the gem pool that allows you to earn reward points. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But what it takes is 450 group volume. Okay, so you have to have 450 volume coming from your downline. In the past, that was only distributor volume. Okay, but what we just rolled out and released is we said, you know what? Why not make it so not only does the customer volume contribute to your personal qualifications, your personal PV, but they're still part of your downline. Whether it's your customer or a customer that was sponsored from someone that you sponsored or so forth and so forth. It's still your volume coming from your group. And so we now have made it so all customer volume, regardless of how deep it is in your organization, adds to your group volume to help you qualify. Okay, so let's explain what that looks like. So what that looks like is this. Let's say you have 4 distributors. I'm going to erase this here. Let's say you have 4 distributors that you've sponsored. And from these 4 distributors, they're contributing 200 group volume to your organization. Their own personal purchases, or their purchases plus the purchases of some of their downline distributors. Okay, typically that's where it ends. But now let's say that you have 4 distributors, and just for the sake of this, let's just make it simple. Let's say you have 4 distributors, and each one is purchasing 50 PV. Okay, not a super high commitment. They're purchasing 50 PV. Their purchases only. They don't have any downline. Okay. But you have these 4 distributors who have signed up, and they're focusing on their retail bonus to start, because that's what we've encouraged you guys all to do. And so because they're focusing on the retail bonus, each one of these distributors, let's say, has at least, let's say at least 1 customer. Okay? Fair enough? They each have 1 customer. The 1 customer, let's say, is doing the exact same thing, and they're purchasing 50 PV. So now their volume from 4 of them is 200 GV. Okay? So now when I add these 2 together, now the volume from your distributors and their customers is qualifying you to 400 group volume. Whereas before you would have only been qualified at 200. So we have just given you a way to qualify with the efforts that you're already naturally encouraging your people to do without raising the effort. In fact, we're reducing the effort significantly. Okay? Does that make sense, everyone? So the more customers, guys, let me just make this very clear. The more customers you have, the quicker you will get to qualifications. Okay, simple as that. Especially in the beginning, because once again, we are promoting the retail bonus because we want to get that longevity. We want to get those goals accomplished. So if you are telling your distributors, hey, start the retail bonus, you're not sad because they took the commissions. You're excited because they're helping you to qualify for deeper and higher distributor bonuses. Okay, that's the power of customers. So now, let me share a couple other things about why would someone want to be a customer. And then I'll share why would someone want to be a distributor. Okay, we'll just kind of go through this path. Guys, that piece I just shared right there, I don't even know how, I don't have words. That is probably the most generous thing that we could do for you. Okay? So Dana says there's some questions coming in. People are saying, there's a qualification period. Is it 30 days? And the answer is no. It's calendar month. So if we're in February, the qualification time frame would be 28 days, except on a leap year, then it would be 29 days. If we're talking January, 31. I have to get my knuckles up here. 31, right? So it's just however many days are in that calendar month is a qualification period, okay? So now let's talk about some benefits. If you guys need a refresher on this, you can go to our website, beyoungth.com, right under Get Started. If you hover over Get Started on the top navigation, it'll pull down a drop-down menu. You'll see a menu that says Resources. What I'm going to go over is going to be the BY customer comparison document. Okay? And I'm not going to go over all of it because there's a lot. But I just want you to understand the benefits of a customer. So a couple of things we did as we launched this, and some of it was due to some of our distributors sharing with us, hey, this would really help if you did this. And we thought, well, okay, why not? So we have our product partners, right? And I'll just draw this out. Product partners. Pay retail. Retail is 20% higher than wholesale. Okay? So if you're buying something for $20, a product partner pays $25. Okay, that's how that works. Now, a loyal product partner gets wholesale, which means they get the same pricing as a distributor. Okay? Distributors get wholesale pricing. Now, regardless of whether they sign up as a product partner or a loyal product partner, you will earn 40% of the commissionable volume. Okay? Regardless of what they sign up. Now, if it were me, I'm going to share with you some of the things we have to encourage product partners to purchase. But if it were me, here's what I would do. I would sign up every single one of my customers as a loyal product partner. Okay, because here's the conversation. Remember we said loyal product partner requires an auto ship. True. Second I say auto ship, most people say no thank you, right? So why would I encourage signing up as an auto ship? Well, because most people don't disagree when we say, would you like 20% off? Okay? So here's the thing. When you sign someone up as a loyal product partner, they have to have an auto ship, true. But they don't have to have an auto ship for 35 days. So you can sign someone up day one, doesn't cost them anything to become a loyal product partner, place their initial order, earn 40%, save them 20%, and then say, get the product, try it, you have 35 days. If you don't like it, don't do anything, and Be Young will move you to a product partner, and you just will lose your wholesale pricing. But there's nothing to lose starting here. Okay? Now, we thought a lot about this product partner, and that idea of retail just makes me angry. Okay? I don't like that. Just because I signed up as something I get retail, I guess there's a reason for it, but I didn't like that at all. And so we talked about that a lot, and we said, well, we got to have some fear of loss. We got to have some reason to move someone from doing really nothing to committing to an auto ship. And so that's where that, that wholesale comes in. But we thought, we would still like to offer these people wholesale. So we have what we call our product partner discount schedule. So what that is if they add so much to their cart when they check out, they actually get wholesale pricing. Okay, so with a product partner, if they add $250 to their shopping cart, they check out saving $50. They save 20%. Now it goes in increments of 5, so it goes 5%, 10%, 15, and 20 based off of how much they add. But if they don't want to be a loyal product partner, but they're, heck no, I'm not going to buy and pay 20% more, well, we've taken that complaint off of your shoulders, because now you can say, okay, that's fine if you don't want to. So what I would encourage you to do is, instead of buying once, or instead of buying each month, I would just kind of wait until you need to have a large order, stock up, and place your bigger order, and get 20% off. Okay, so that's how that works out. Now the other perk to a loyal product partner, and we just released this in March. We did a lot of things in March. We just released this in March, is if they are a loyal product partner, they receive reward points off of every single purchase they make. They earn 6% back on every single purchase they make. That only happens for a loyal product partner. That's our way of saying thank you. Okay? So that's how this works here. That's our customers, that's our loyal product partners. You earn 40%, loyal product partners get 6% back. They have to have an auto ship, and they get wholesale pricing. So whether they purchase $20 worth of product, $200 worth of product, $1,000 worth of product, they get wholesale pricing. Difference between that and product partner, they can get wholesale pricing, but they have to spend at least $250 to get there. Okay? So that's how that works. Now, let's jump ahead to a couple other things here. I want to jump into this party concept for you guys. And I want you to understand how powerful this party concept is and what this can mean for you.
6% of what? PV?
They get 6% of the wholesale price. So question is, 6% of what? PV? No, the price that they spent. Okay? So if they spend $100, they get $6 back. Okay? So that's how that works. All right, so now let's talk about the party platform. Once we're done with the party platform, I'm going to share with you our Amethyst reward points. Okay? So here's the cool thing about a party platform. Anybody can host a party. That means a distributor can host a party. You can host your own party. You can have a customer host a party. You can have a random person on the street who has no idea what Be Young is host a party. Okay? That's what's really nice about the party platform. Anybody can host the party. Now, when we decided to do the party, remember I said we had to have some incentives for people to host a party. So let me first share with you the host rewards. Okay, so we have what we call our party points. And this pays up to, and I can break it down. I can break it down on a sheet, or you can look it up. Party points pays up to 40% back on the retail sales of the party. Okay, now that's the key thing: retail sales. Okay, 40% back on the retail sales. Now, that would have been good enough as it is. 40% is pretty generous. But we decided to take it one step further. Parties, people who buy at parties pay retail price. Okay? Remember I said I really don't like that idea, retail? So we did something about it. So we thought, hey, we have that cool program with customers where they can get 20% off. Why don't we do the same thing here? So when you have a party, when those people come and purchase at the party, they can save up to 20% if they add $250 to their shopping cart at time of checkout. Okay? But here's what's really cool about it. We thought we got to have a powerful enough reward system that someone that may not be super interested or someone who's just starting out would say, heck yeah, I'll host a party. So even if the people get 20% off and pay wholesale, so for instance, let me just point this out for you. So they added $250 to the shopping cart. They checked out only spending $200. They would still earn party points based off of what that retail price would have been. So we're paying retail points on $50 more than they even paid at checkout. Okay? Super powerful, super generous, maybe a little too generous, but we wanted it to be powerful. Okay, that's just one. We have 3 ways that hosts can benefit. So let me just share with you, before I jump into those other 3, what this means for you, because what we wanted this to do is we wanted this to open up another avenue for you. We wanted to, 1, incentivize people to be exposed to Be Young and to host, because as soon as you get someone to host, that's where the magic happens. Because once they host, you should be focusing on supporting them to have the most successful party ever and getting a host from their party. Because once they host and they get someone that says, hey, I'm interested in doing a party, what does it take to do a party? You have this really cool opportunity. You can go back to that person, let's say it's a customer, and you can say, man, you had such a successful party. I'm so glad you had a party. You got $150 back in reward points. You got 3 products for free. You got 50% off of these other products. Such a successful party. And they're like, yeah, it was really great. And I have a friend who's interested. Can they do a party? Well, absolutely. Yeah, I would love to do a party for them. So there's 2 options for you. And we're going to call this guy Dan. Okay, Dan's my buddy who just did a party. 2 options for you, Dan. We can do the party the same way I did it for you. I can create the host link and give it to them and support them and do everything. And that's fine. I'm more than happy to do that. Doesn't bother me. But I will collect commissions on that party. Or, if you'd like, we can sign you up as a distributor. Wink, wink. Become my business partner. Wink, wink. And you can collect the commissions. What would you prefer? Okay? that's where the party platform creates power, is I can leverage the benefits of the host rewards to connect someone, to incentivize them to become a business partner with me. And I can help them be successful through their party, okay? So these host rewards are only paying on the host. We also have a whole other set of rewards for the distributor, okay? So I kind of showed that, but that's the party points. Now, like I was saying before, we did these party points to help allow you to leverage more opportunities, okay? So let's say you do your own party. So you're a distributor, you host your own party. You'll earn the commissions on the party, plus you're subjecting yourself to the host rewards. So what does this mean for you? This means it opens you up to a whole nother avenue, okay? So let's say you do a party and you get $200 worth of party points that you can use to redeem free product. Now you have a couple options, okay? You can take that 200 and you can redeem product for free and have it shipped to you, and then you can turn around and sell that product to your friends or family at our wholesale price or retail price. So now you've just taken 100% profit on those products. Instead of getting 40% back or 20% back, you've just taken 100% of the cut. That's a really powerful way. That's a good way for you to build up your own inventory if you want to do that. The other thing you can do if you're having a hard time getting hosts to commit, you can say, hey, I'll tell you what. I just did a party. I have $200 in party points. If you will do a party and if you'll commit to, work to people to the party, I'll give you 100 of those points, or I'll give you 200 of those points, or whatever. You can take those points and now leverage them to incentivize people, okay? So you have a whole nother world of options. We could also use these points if you don't want to turn around and sell them, but you don't have to pay out of your pocket for products that you're going to share and promote. Use these points from your own party to buy product, put it in the little sample beakers, and hand out those samples. So now what have we done for you? We provided you a solution to get your products that you sample for free. So we've lowered your investment to your own business to be successful. Party's super powerful. Opens up a whole nother world for you. Okay? So these are party points.
What do you mean 50% off other products with the host?
Well, so Dana asked the question, what do you mean 50% off other products? I don't think it's 50%. I apologize. I think it's 30% off of retail. Okay? But what that is that's some of the other host rewards. So I jumped a little bit ahead of myself, so let me explain the other host rewards here. So we have party points up to 40% back off the retail sales. And then we have what we call, I think it's just called product discount. And just for hosting a party, even if you don't sell 1 penny, we'll give you 30% off retail, which is about 28. So if you're a distributor and you have wholesale pricing, 30% off of retail would be roughly 26% off. So you're getting an additional 6% off if you're a distributor. So just for hosting a party, I don't care if you sell a penny or not, we're going to give you 30% off of, I believe, 4 items. Okay? And then we have what we call our bounce back booking. And what this is if you get a host to rebook a party, then we'll give you free product. I think for the first bounce back booking, you get 3 products for free. For the second bounce back booking, we give you 4 products for free. And for the third bounce back party, you get another 4 products for free. Okay? That's how that works. Those are the host rewards. Okay? This one's by far the most generous. These ones are just incentives. Okay? So now let's talk about what the distributor gets. This is what the host gets. This is not what the distributor gets. Okay? So now let's talk about what the host gets. Or the distributor gets. No, so Barb was asking if we did away with the party discounts, and the answer is no. That's what we talked about right here, where they can get up to 20% off in the party. So party guests pay retail price, just like a product partner. But we've instituted in the party platform, I erased, I didn't need to, the same discount schedule that we have in the product partner. So they can get up to 20% off. But we still pay the host as if that person paid retail price for that product. Okay? I accidentally erased this. I didn't mean to. I'm going to write it back up. So now let's talk about distributor rewards. I don't know how many of you have ever done a party platform company, but I'm going to guarantee that ours is the most easiest to qualify for. So in order for you to earn a commission on the party sales, all you have to do, it's really hard and it's very complicated. This is the one that we tried to make a little more difficult for you. You got to purchase $31 and you're qualified. Okay. I know it's difficult. I know it's rough. I'm sorry. Remember I told you $31 is your investment to earn on 4 of the 6 ways to earn. It's not hard to earn with Be Young, guys. Okay? You won't find this anywhere else. I guarantee it. No other party platform is going to do this. Okay? Now, let me take one step back. I forgot to say one thing. The host rewards, the host starts earning, the lowest that the host earns is 20% back, which is still super generous. And the host receives 20% back with a minimum retail sales of $20. So if the host does $20 in sales, they get 20% back. Okay? You're not going to find that anywhere else. A lot of other party platforms, the host rewards don't even start until $300 to $400 in sales. So there's no reason why someone shouldn't do a party. Regardless of what they do, they'll get a reward. Okay? So, sorry, moving forward, I just want to share that. Moving forward to distributor rewards. $31 instantly qualifies you for 15% back on the commissionable volume, 15% back on your personal parties. So if you host a party, you get 15% back. Or if you have a customer or someone else host a party, you get 15% back. Okay? Where it changes is if you sponsor a distributor and that distributor has a party, that's what's called a second level party. Okay? So then you earn 5% back on that second level party. Now, guys, this is all with only having to purchase $31. Okay? That's the only requirement. $31, 15% back on your parties and the parties of your customers and guests. 5% back on the parties of your downline distributors. Simple as that. Doesn't get any easier. Okay? But we wanted a way to sweeten the pot. And so we thought 2 things. We thought, well, let's increase the percentage so you can actually get 20% back on your personal parties, the parties of your customers and guests, and 8% back on your downline distributor parties when you become a sharing partner. We're not going to spend time talking about sharing partner tonight. We'll do that in a more advanced training. But a sharing partner is not a super difficult qualification. Okay? Once you become a sharing partner, though, we had another thought. We might be crazy. We thought, man, wouldn't it really be cool? Because currently, you only get paid 2 levels deep. So here's you, and here's the people that you sponsored. Okay? That's all that you would have earned currently in the party. Doesn't go any deeper than 2 levels, you and the people that you sponsored. And we thought, man, that's nice, and this is a nice, generous cut, but wouldn't it be really nice if I could earn a percentage on every party, no matter how deep my organization goes or how wide my organization goes? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be nice to get a bonus just for being awesome? And so we thought, you know what? Why not? When you become a sharing partner, guys, this is a super low qualification. Sharing partner qualification is what most companies start just to be considered a qualified distributor to earn commissions. Okay? A sharing partner is 800 in group volume and 80 PV, 1 active customer. Okay, remember that volume can come from customers. So that's what it takes to become a sharing partner. Once you become a sharing partner, you earn 22% on your personal purchases. You earn 8% back on your downline purchases, plus you pick up generational bonuses. So what that looks like is now you earn an additional 2% on every party, everywhere, happening anytime within your organization. So what does that do here? That bumps up your personal earnings from 20% to, on your personal parties, to 22%. And the parties of your downline distributors to 10%. and picking up 2% on everything else everywhere. Now, that's cool. If you help promote someone to a sharing partner in your organization, in your downline, what ends up happening is you end up picking up 3% on all of their parties that happen anywhere from that point down. So we give you a raise by duplicating yourself. Okay?
Please explain qualifications for SB again.
So sharing partner, and there's a little bit more to it, but the general basis is 800 group volume. So I'll give you the specific qualifications, okay? It's 800 group volume coming from 2 legs. So you have to have 400 volume from 2 separate legs. Anytime you sponsor someone, it counts as a leg. So basically, you sponsored 2 people, and there's 400 group volume coming from those 2 different groups, okay? So 800 total group volume coming from 2 legs, 80 PV and an active customer. That qualifies you for a sharing partner. But once again, remember, that group volume can also come from any customer purchases from those legs. Okay, so that helps qualify you now to get a sharing partner leg, or it's called a starter leg. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, one other caveat I want to share with you is if you got to a sharing partner, you will already have achieved our amethyst, which means now you're going to pick up our amethyst rewards bonus. Okay, so let me share what that looks like. So remember I shared with you guys real quick before I erase this, we had someone go from roughly $75 a month to close to $600 in 30 days. We were so excited to see that.
100%.
She earned most of that from the party. And it was funny because I got an email from her and she was all discouraged. I've been working my butt off, and am I going to see any benefit from this? And the problem was that she didn't understand our payout schedule. So I wrote back and I was like, you are doing awesome. You're doing so good. You qualified for this and you qualified for that, and you hit this ranking and you hit that ranking, which gave you this raise and gave you that bonus and gave you this reward. And what was really cool is she wrote back and said, I didn't even know I was qualified for all those things. But guys, that's what's really cool about this compensation plan. Remember, we said we built it for us, right? If I were to do an MLM company, and I sat down and looked at the compensation plans, what one would I get excited about? So we wanted to have a way where you would qualify without even really knowing you qualified. And we've heard that from multiple people. So we got that from this person. We got that from another person in Texas. They reached their first generational rank, and they said, where'd I get this bonus from? We said, well, you made it to a leadership rank. I did? Yeah. Well, how did I do that? You had the volume. Well, that's cool. So you're going to find in our compensation plan, you will achieve things without even knowing that you achieved it, and you'll give yourself a raise without even knowing that you gave yourself a raise. We would hope that you would understand it, but people have done it, and it's happening, and that's really cool for us. We really enjoy cutting those checks for you guys. Okay? So guys, this is the party platform. This is the distributor rewards. Okay? Now, one thing to understand about this too is we took this a step further, and we'll talk about this in our gem pool bonuses, but we thought, all right, wouldn't it be super awesome if once I become a gem ranking member, if not only can I get a piece of the pie on all of my downlines parties, but wouldn't it be cool if I could get a piece of the pie on any party, anywhere, in any organization, whether it's mine or someone's clear over in Alaska or someone in Hawaii or someone over in Denver? Wouldn't it be cool if I could get a piece of the pie of the sales of that party? That's exactly what happens in the gem pool bonus. You can get a piece of the pie of every party anywhere in the entire company.
So can I open a storefront and give a party?
Question is, can I open up a storefront and give a party? We do have some guidelines around how to promote products in a store. And so you'd want to just make sure that you're following those guidelines. Mostly it's to protect other distributors in the area. Mostly so they can't strike a deal with like a Walmart and take an unfair advantage over the other distributors. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you have your own massage practice or you're a chiropractor and you have your own office or something, yeah, by all means, have them over, do a party, give them samples. We're going to be releasing, super excited about this, we're going to be releasing our party catalogs. They should be done this time next week. They're going to be really nice, really awesome. Designed to help you as you're promoting the party. So that's the party, guys. This is all coming from what's called a guest. So this is people that aren't even signed up to the company. You invite them over, they like the product, you don't even have to sell them on an account. Well, you got to sign up as a customer and you got to commit to an auto ship, or you got to sign up as a distributor and get a starter pack. Nope, it's, do you like the product? Yep, okay, place your order, done, see you later. Okay, so that's what's really cool. But once again, guys, let me just share this. The true magic comes. You should be looking at the party as your perpetual lead generation tool. Okay? You can either go knock doors, or you can go shout at people, or you can do all that, or you can do a party. Okay? And parties can be a lot of different things. We had some people come and say, there's kind of this negative notion about parties in my area. Do I have to call it a party? No, you don't have to call it a party. You can call it whatever you want. We have some people who aren't treating it like a party. They're having to come over, and it's an educational evening. They're coming over and teaching them about essential oils, and people are buying from the party, and they're making good money from it. We have other people who are treating it like a pamper me. So come and get pampered and actually have a party. They're making good money. So it's whatever you want, however you want to promote this, okay? But you should look at the party platform as a perpetual lead generation, okay? And what I mean by that is, as you keep doing parties, it's going to keep exposing or expanding your circle of influence. The larger circle of influence you have, the better chance you'll get at developing business partners who are going to help divide that 155 hours it takes to be successful. It may not happen overnight. It may not happen the first 3 months. It may not happen the first 6 months. But as you do this, it's going to lead to distributors, which is going to lead to residual income. All along the way, you're making a decent income. $500, $600, $700, $800 a month. That's what we wanted for you guys. We want you to be able to make an income without killing yourself in the beginning, but through our incentives, create a business. Okay? That's what it's all about.
For us newbies, is there a party presentation?
Right now, there's not a party presentation. That's a really good question. We did just launch this in March, so this is a really new piece to our company. We do have some cool things you can use. What a lot of people are doing is they go to our resources. So once again, beyoungth.com/resources or beyoungth.com, however we get started, and look at our resources. You got product handouts. You got product sheets. You have ways to make a fizzy bath bomb. You have ways to make a dill dip. You have presentations. We got so much stuff in there for you guys. So what a lot of people are doing is they're just going and using some of those different guides and basing the whole party around that. Like for instance, the Spice of Life product sheet, you can download that. It's in the Resource Center right now. We had one person do a party. In there it has a recipe on how to make an all-natural cough syrup using Spice of Life. So they had this product sheet. They handed it out to their guests that came, and they made an all-natural cough syrup which can be used on children, toddlers. And they said that the people liked it so much that they had to take the cough syrup away because they ate almost all of it. But we are going to be coming out with a guideline for you. Right now it's a little bit more at your leisure and what you can put together. But like I said, this is definitely a portion of our compensation plan that we're continuing to support. This is definitely part of the compensation plan that we're continuing to build out. We do have new replicated sites coming out for you guys focused on driving people to party conversations. So we do have a lot of support tools for you. But right now, use the Resource Center as your guide. We will have kind of a party outline for you. So, you know, best practices, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. One other thing that you can do, if you haven't already received it, email our support team, support@beyoungth.com. There's a welcome email that we sent out back in March, and you can subscribe to basically it's a weekly email. It runs for, I think, 3 or 4 weeks, and it basically sends out to you 8 steps to a successful party. And it's going to share with you what you want to do a party, the benefits of a party, things that you want to do to support the host, tips and tricks when you're doing it on social media versus in a house. So if you haven't got that before, email support@beyoungth.com. Just say, hey, I didn't get the new welcome email. Can you please send it to me? They'll send it out to you, and then just scroll down to the bottom where it says, I think, party email or something like that, and subscribe to that, and they'll start sending you out an email on that. So that's the two best resources for you at this point.
Can you do your expos?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. You can do expos. Here's what you got to understand. This is your business, okay? We're providing you the resources. This is your business. Promote it any way that you see fit. If it's expos, do expos. If it's doing the party, do party. If it's getting customers, get customers. If it's getting distributors and building a downline, do that. This is your business, okay? And that's really how you should look at this. You shouldn't look at it as, this is Be Young, who offers products that I sell. You should look at this as my business, my products, okay? We are providing you an end solution to a business, and you should look at this as if it was a business that you were creating from the ground up, because you really are. So however you want to do it. You guys are jumping ahead on me. The question was iTovi scanner. And a lot of you may not even know what iTovi scanner is. People are using the iTovi scanner at parties, and they're having a lot of success. What we found is typically when people get an iTovi scan, and I'll explain what an iTovi scan is here in a second. When people do an iTovi scan, typically they buy what's on the scan. So basically what the iTovi scanner is, it's a bioimpedance device about the size, I don't know if I have anything in here. Dana might go grab one for me. It's a bioimpedance device. What it does is it scans the body over 276 different biomarkers. It's basically a full body scan. What the company does is they take all of Be Young's products, they liquefy it, and they test it underneath a oscilloscope, which measures the frequency. They take that frequency, they load it up to a Be Young database that only our distributors have access to. Okay? Then you get your iTovi device, looks just like this. It's not very big. Hooks right to your phone through Bluetooth. So if you have this in your phone, you have a business tool. You take this to a waitress or whoever it is, you do a scan. It scans their body, 276 different bio points. It feeds the different frequencies of our products into their body and measures the response of the body based off of the product frequency. And then it kicks back a report that says, based off your body's response, here's what your body is indicating it would react favorably to. Okay? So that's what the iTovi is. And this is great at parties.
Awesome party tool. Really great. Okay?
About the size of your eraser.
About the size of, yeah, it's smaller than my eraser. Here's a comparison. Whiteboard eraser, iTovi. Okay? Now guys, here's a little tip for you. Here's a little trick. I know someone who's doing this, and they're being really successful. What they're doing is, and they're targeting waiters and waitresses. And it's actually working really, really great because waiters and waitresses are in the business of pleasing, right? If they please, they get a better tip. So what they're doing is they're giving them a free sample. You could maybe do an iTovi scan, but just a food for thought. They give them a free sample, and they say, hey, I want to give this to you as a gift. And this is such a great product. Let's just say our new Massagy that we're going to be launching. They give them a sample of the new Massage, and they say, what I want you to do is I'll give this to you for free if you do a favor for me. Okay, what's that favor? I want you to try it, and then I want you to share your experience on your Facebook. And just tell people how you felt. Okay, they're doing it with some of the oils. They're doing it with some simple things. But what's really cool about that is their business is booming. Because what has that done? Instead of just giving a free sample and saying, please contact me, they're giving a free sample and saying, hey, just share your experience. That's all I'm asking. And these people are sharing their experience. And what that's doing is now the 100, 200, 300 friends that person has on their social media profile are seeing that and saying, what was that product and what were you using and how did you feel? Where do I get that? And it's creating quite a bit of momentum. So kind of think about that. Think of ways that you might be able to do that with different products that you have a strong testimony on, okay? All right, party platform, retail bonus. So now I think we're ready to move into some of the other ones. I'm going to talk about Amethyst rewards first, okay? This is the distributor reward. If I can spell. Amethyst rewards is potentially the most generous reward that we have. Now, this isn't a commission, so it's not, you're not earning monetary money off of this. It's a reward. Next to the party points, it's the most generous. Okay, it potentially is the most generous. This only applies for distributors. What it takes to become an Amethyst is this. You need to have 4 active distributors. Now, when I say active, distributors, that means that they have purchased $31 in that commission cycle or in that qualification period, okay? 4 active distributors. You need to have 450 super low. We actually cut this beyond half of the qualification amount. It used to be 1,000. 450 group volume, and this group volume, once again, can come from any of your distributors and any of the customers in your entire downline, yours or your distributor's customers. And let's see, if we're active, and then you need to have 80 PV. I think, is it 80 or 100? Guys, I'll have to confirm this. It's either 80 or 100. That's the one thing that kind of slipped my mind. So one of those two. But once again, remember, this PV can come from your customer purchases. So if you have customers, it adds to this, and you don't need to purchase as much, okay? So if you have 4 active distributors, 450 group volume coming from distributors and customers in your entire downline, and if you have, we'll just say 100, because if it ends up being 80, then it just means you don't have to do as much, right? So 100 PV. If you do that, you get 6% back. Woo, 6%, that's not that great, right? But here's the real powerful piece. You get 6% back and up to 80% off wholesale pricing. Okay, so what does that look like? Let me give you an example. I'm sure some of you guys have used our liver cleanse. It costs $30. So you can spend $30 to get this product, or you can use 6 of your Amethyst points. Okay, now these points come from any customer purchases, loyal or product partner or loyal product partner. It comes from any enrollment purchases and any of your personal purchases. So if you have customers, you get 6% back. Your purchases you made that month, you get 6% back. If you enrolled new distributors, you get 6% back. Okay? So, and it's based off of the wholesale amount. Okay? So if you had someone spend $100 wholesale, you just got 6 points. So if you have a couple customers who are spending $100, so let's say you have 3 customers who all spent $100. Now you have 18 points.
6% of what, please clarify?
6% of the wholesale price, or 6% based off of the wholesale price of the product. So whether your customer spent retail or not, it's based off of the wholesale amount, okay? So 6% back on your personal purchases, your customers' purchases, and enrollment purchases based off of the wholesale amount of those products. You have 3 customers, 18 points. That doesn't include your purchase yet. So you could get 3 liver cleanses for free. Okay? Now, this 80%, just realize it is subject to change. We haven't changed it yet, but it is subject to change. But we want it to be super generous because we saw this as another incentive, right? So here's how we saw this being an incentive. We wanted to have a way that you can have a very honest conversation with your customers and bring them into a business partner. And so we have what we call our success at your level document. It's in our resource center. Basically what it's designed to do is it's a document that you can sit down with somebody. You can say, hey, let's just look at what you're doing right now. What are you buying as of today? You're buying a liver cleanse, you're buying a peppermint, you're buying Massaji. So that's adding up to $100. Are these products that you feel everybody should have? Are you benefiting from them? Yes, I'm benefiting from them. That's why I'm buying it every month. Duh. Well, great. Well, I know you don't want to be a distributor. I'm not going to force you. I don't want you to be forced into this, but I do want to just share with you the potential benefits, okay? So let's just get it so Be Young's paying for your product, okay? So what you do is you'd write down what they're doing as of right now, okay? You'd figure out what the PV is. So let's say they're spending $100. So it's going to be 65 PV. So what's it going to take for you to get $100 back? Well, we already did this earlier in this conversation. If you talk to 3.8 people, you'll get your products for free. Well, it's impossible to talk to 3.8 people. So let's set a goal for 4, which means you'll get your product for free, plus you're going to make a little bit more because it's 4 people instead of 3.8. That's what it'll take to get it for free. Is that doable? Let's do a party for you. Okay, let's just sign you up as a distributor. Not going to hurt. And let's do a party and see if we can get you some people. Simple conversation. But that's nice. We got into a distributor, but now what we want to say is this. Okay, so you see the benefit in this, right? Yeah, I see the benefit. I'm willing to give it a try. Great. Not right now, but down the road, and it doesn't take very much, and I'm here to support you. Wouldn't it be cool if you could pocket that $100, completely pocket the $100, and still get your product for free? Okay, I'm listening. What's the catch? There's really no catch. We do parties. We just help you get going. We get you to an amethyst, okay? Because you're already focusing on 4 customers. So we get you those 4 customers. We get them so they're buying. I'll help you get to an amethyst. And now you're not only going to get paid. I'm all fuzzy. See if it'll autofocus. Can you check the camera? It's focusing now. Okay. So now not only are you going to get paid 40% back on your customers, and you'll pocket that, now you're going to earn these amethyst reward points that you can use to get 80% off of your products. That's the whole conversation. That's why we put the amethyst reward points at such a low qualification, is so that it could be an incentive to drive more business partners. Sorry, I keep looking at the screen instead of the camera. Okay, guys, that's our amethyst reward points. That's part of our gem pool. You don't earn in this gem pool as far as the gem pool share, but you do pick up your amethyst rewards. Okay. All right. Moving on. I need a better eraser. Okay, while I'm erasing, guys, any questions, clarification you need on any piece that we've covered up to this point? Danny, you seeing anything?
No questions on our Twitter, I think. Cool beans.
Oh, man. Guys, what do you think so far? Is this something that you feel is generous enough for you? Just kind of want your feedback. All right. Tonight, guys, I'm not going to go into the leadership generational bonus. And I'm not going to go into the gem pool bonus. That's kind of more advanced conversations. So we'll cover that in another different times, okay? But what I am going to go over with you a little bit tonight, before we wrap up, I think I'm getting close to that, yep, is the unilevel bonus and the quick start bonus. So unilevel bonus only pays on distributors. And you can start earning a unilevel bonus with a purchase of, can you guys guess it? $31. Okay? It's all it takes to start earning your distributor bonuses. Well, I shouldn't say distributor, to earn this specific distributor bonus. Okay? $31 qualifies you for 2 levels deep at 10%. This is 10% back on the commissionable volume of your downline distributors. So what that looks like, for those who don't know, this is you. This is someone that you sponsored. Okay, this is all level 1, so 10%, 10%. When they sponsor someone, this is level 2, so you'd still earn 10%. If this person sponsors someone, now it moves to the 3rd level. So at a $31 commitment, you'll earn 2 levels deep. You won't earn that 3rd level, okay? So, if you increase your purchase amount, I'll get the exact dollar number for you because people like to know what the dollar number is. It would be $62, which I guess is just double. $62. It gives you an additional 3 levels deep. So you get a 3rd level at 2%, 4th level at 3%, and a 5th level at 2%. Okay, now remember guys, so this is $62 or 40 PV. Okay, but remember guys, that other 20 PV it takes to get your other 5 levels unlocked doesn't have to come from your purchase. If you sponsored a customer, chances are they spent at least 20 PV. They spent at least $31, which means you still only have to spend the $31. You're leveraging your customer to help you qualify for 5 other levels. Okay? So that's how that works in U-level bonus. Now, in the unilevel bonus, this is your basically the foundation to your downline distributor commissions. And so when we created this, we wanted to create it in a way that anyone can come in and start earning instantly. But with a little bit more effort, they can earn a little bit more. And then, with just a little bit more effort and a little bit more organization, and starting to tip them off to becoming leaders, they can earn significantly more. Okay? So what that means is 40 PV I'm earning, okay? But I'm earning a reduced percentage. So if I want to earn a higher percentage, I need to become a sharing partner, okay? So we already talked a little about a sharing partner. You guys should have wrote that down. But once I become, let me just move this over, 62. Once I become a sharing partner, and I'm going to abbreviate it to SP, I earn 10% on my first level, 10% on my second level, 5%, 5%, and 5%. Okay? If I become a little bit higher of a sharing partner, so this is a sharing partner plus, I get 10%, 10%, 6, 5. And you'd be surprised what that little 1% does at that spot. 2 and 2. So you actually pick up another 2 levels deep. That's what that looks like. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, guys, I just want to point this out. This is not us tooting a horn. This is just so you can understand what this means for you. Even at this point here, where you're maxing out your unilevel bonus, this is significantly less. And when I say significantly less, I mean literally thousands of group volume less than what most other companies require for you to max out this bonus. Okay? It doesn't take much to get here. It just takes a little bit of effort, a little bit of focus, a little bit of organization, and you get here. So the point of becoming a sharing partner is a couple things. One is to start to create organization. Okay? So what a sharing partner, and I'm trying to find a blank spot over here, right here. So basically what a sharing partner looks like is this is you. You sponsored 2 people. And either the purchases that they make, so their purchases, the purchases of their customers, or the purchases of their downline distributors, or the purchases of their downline customers, Okay, so there's a lot of ways that can happen. If that all equals at least 400 in group volume, that's what we call a starter leg. If you have 2 starter legs, you're qualified as a sharing partner. Okay? You need to have 1 active customer to make sure you do that, but you have 2 starter legs, okay, 2 people you sponsored, the collective volume from their personal purchases, the personal purchases of their downline distributors, or the purchases of their downline customers, or their personal customers, you get to be a sharing partner. Okay? You get to be a sharing partner, you get to give yourself a raise. Okay? To become a sharing partner plus, you add 1 more starter leg. Okay? So why would we want to do that? Because what it's forcing these people to do, or your downline to do, is it's forcing them to get width, okay? To get more than just 1 person they're working with. And what it's also forcing to do is not only forcing them to get some width, but it's forcing them to get some depth, okay? Now those are 2 very important things. Width and depth are crucial to a successful MLM business. Why? It's like building a business, or building a house with no foundation. If I don't have width and depth, I have no foundation. So if this person here decides, I think I'm going to take a break, and you focus everything you have on that 1 person, now you're in a lot of trouble. Okay? So what this is forcing them to do is get some width and get some depth, because when I have width and depth, I have stability and I have leadership. That's what the unilevel bonus is constructed to do, is to first get them some money back in their pocket without having to do a whole lot. But if they want to start giving themselves a raise, how much do they value themselves, and how much do they value the effort and the time that they're putting into their business? If they value themselves high enough, then they'll want to give themselves a raise. But in order to give themselves a raise, they have to start fostering business partners. Okay? And those business partners have to actually be a business partner. They have to do something. So that's how the unilevel bonus works at a very high 20,000 foot overview. It's not, I don't want to go into a whole lot on it, but that's basically the idea, the concept. This is your business partner commission, okay, which would be your distributors. All right, guys, we are sitting at 7:43. We want to be done by 8. I think this is probably the best place to wrap up for this this training session with the compensation plan. So, guys, what we covered so far is we covered, well, I guess I need to go into one more for you guys. We covered party platform, we covered retail bonus, we covered unilevel bonus. We covered a couple of the rewards programs. We covered the product partner discount schedule. We covered the party platform discount schedule. And we covered the Amethyst Rewards platform. So the last thing I just want to share with you guys, just so you have an idea, and I'm not going to write it up on the board. I'm just going to share with you, when you enroll a brand new distributor, that enacts what we call our Quick Start bonus. Okay? Our Quick Start bonus is a little unique. It looks for the qualifications based off of the previous month to pay for the current month. So if you purchased 20 PV in June, then you'd be qualified as a distributor with 20 PV in the Quick Start bonus to get paid in July. Okay, I know it's a little weird, but here's the reason why. Is the Quick Start bonus, once again, pays in real time. So as soon as that new distributor signs up, bam, you have money in your virtual office. Now, in order to get, so the Quick Start bonus pays up to 40%. It goes 20%, 30%, and 40% based off of your personal qualifications. So 20 PV, $31, you get 20%, done, no questions asked. 30%, you need to be a sharing partner. 40%, you need to become what we call a trainer, okay? If we did that in real time, it would mean day 1 of July 1st, you need to have all of the qualifying volume to be a trainer or to be a sharing partner. It's not going to happen. But we still want to pay in real time because this is something that we see helps achieve those quick goals, right? And so what we decided is we'll use the previous month's entire effort to evaluate the qualifications of that person. to give them the best benefit to earn in that next pay cycle. So that's the reason why we did it the previous month. Also, we wanted you to have some type of conversation with your downline that says, sure, you could coast and do absolutely nothing, but you never know when you're going to find that person who's going to be excited to get going. And if they're excited to get going and you didn't do something the previous month, you just lost a good commission. So a little bit of fear of loss factor, okay? Quick Start bonus pays on the enrollment purchases of a brand new distributor, 20% for a distributor ranked distributor, 20 PV only is a requirement, 30% for a sharing partner ranked distributor, 40% for a trainer ranked distributor. Okay, that's our Quick Start bonus. So covered the party, covered the retail, covered the unilevel, covered the Quick Start bonus. We haven't talked about the leadership generational bonus. We haven't talked about the gem pool bonus. But we did cover many of the reward programs in the company, and we shared with you a little bit of a caveat to our customer program. So guys, that is our compensation plan. I hope you can see how generous it is. I hope you start to understand where you can fit in this compensation plan and where you can start setting your own personal goals and achieving them. The reality of our compensation plan, guys, is anybody with a very small commitment should and will be able to make $200 to $500 a month, depending on how much they want to commit to it. Okay? And once you start fostering business partners, the sky's the limit. That's what's really cool about this. So we hope this was beneficial for you. I'm really excited about this plan. I think it's the best in the industry. You're going to hear that from every single company, though. But I hope at the end of this, you'll walk away saying the same thing. And if maybe you don't say it's the best in the industry, I hope you'll walk away at least saying it is the easiest to qualify for, because it truly is. So guys, that's our compensation plan. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to stick around just for a few minutes because we do have a little bit of a delay. I'll stick around in that awkward silence like I told you about. And if we don't have any questions, we'll go ahead and just end this broadcast. But thank you for taking the time to be with us tonight.
A lot of comments, great presentation, thanks. Takes a couple times to hear it. That's from Clara. Getting it. It's really good. Really good. Thank you for your knowledge, time and knowledge. Along with all the others. Yes, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you again.
Hey, one thing quick before we wrap up. Dana's doing his portion tomorrow. It's on the new products that we launched. We're going to give you a teaser on the new Massagy. It is, oh man, there's not even words to describe. If you could think of one single product that would be something that could really benefit your health, that's what Massagy is. It's such a loaded, we'll share more with you, but it's your antioxidants, it's your omega fatty acids, it's your vitamins, it's your minerals, it's your trace minerals, it's your absorption enzymes, all packed into one single product. Okay? We're going to talk more about that tomorrow. But also, make sure you're there tomorrow. We do have a little bit of a way of saying thank you. We are going to offer a discount for those who are on the broadcast tomorrow. We'll give out a coupon code, and you guys can use that at your leisure for the next couple days to be able to place an order at a discount. So make sure you're there tomorrow. We'll give out that coupon code. We're going to talk about Massagy Plus, which will be launching this month. Really excited about that.
6 months in development.
And we will see you guys tomorrow.